If you have ever typed an angry post, hovered over send, and felt that little rush of power, this video is for you. Because one tweet, one Instagram caption, and one Facebook post can cost you money, clients, and your sleep. Freedom of speech is real. Freedom to defame is not. Today, I'm going to show you how I help my clients stop defamation and how you can protect yourself from defamatory lies against you online. Let me start with 3 stories. Of course, the names of my clients are changed in these stories, but the lessons remain true. Let me start with one of my clients who I'll call Chinedu, a COO. He woke up to a long thread on X, what many still call Twitter, accusing his company of fraud. The thread had confident language and fake receipts. By 10 a.m., investors were forwarding the link. By noon, a partner paused payouts. Chinedu called me. Barrister, we didn't do this. But the thread is everywhere. Here's what I did first without any shouting or long speeches. 1. I locked the evidence down. We took screenshots with the URL and time, saved the post links, and recorded the metrics. 2. I filed a sharp platform report. Not emotional, just facts. This line is false. Here is our proof. Here is the harm. Please preserve the content. 3. I sent a respectful but firm letter to the poster. Remove, correct, and stop repeating. By evening, the thread was restricted. Within 72 hours, payouts resumed. No noise, just process. Now, a second client, one whom I'm going to call Effie, runs a women's fashion brand on Instagram. A viral carousel claimed she used child labor and fake fabrics. The videos in the carousel were from a factory in another country. Nothing to do with her. Her team rushed to the comments to argue. Bad idea. The argument fed the algorithm and the post exploded. When Effie called, 2 wholesale buyers had cancelled. I told her team, stop debating in the comments. Make one simple post with facts, your supplier certificates, your audits, and direct all questions to a single email. Then we reported the defamation post to Instagram with those documents attached. We also sent a targeted legal letter to the original poster. The carousel came down. Sales steadied the next week. We didn't fight a war in the comments. We made the truth easy to verify. Story 3. A Facebook community group accused a small food processing company of toxic contamination. The admin kept approving expose posts. The tone wasn't opinion. It read like facts. We traced the first publisher, documented the repeaters who presented the claim as truth, and served the admins a clear notice with lab results. We gave them a clean off-ramp, retract, pin a correction for 14 days, and stop approving new false posts. They took the off-ramp. The clients kept their supermarket accounts. No drama, just strategy. Now let's slow down and speak plainly about the law in practice. In Nigeria, you can speak, you can criticize, you can share opinions, but the law draws the line when you speak false statements or facts that damages a person or a company's reputation. That's defamation. If it's written or recorded like a tweet, a caption, a story, a YouTube video, that's libel. If it's spoken face to face but not recorded, that is slander. The key idea is simple. Lies that harm will cost you. So how do I quickly judge a case when a client calls? I ask 4 simple questions. 1. Does the post point to you by name, handle, or clear implication? 2. Did at least one other person see it? If nobody saw it, it's not publication, because publication is very necessary to a case of defamation. 3. Will a reasonable person think less of you after seeing it? Not did it hurt your feelings, but did it damage your reputation? 4. Is it false and can we prove it fast? If the answers line up, we act. But I also ask, what defenses might the poster claim? Maybe it's true. If it's true, it's not defamation. Maybe it's opinion based on facts everybody knows. Maybe it's a fair and accurate report of a court record. These are serious defenses. That's why I always test our facts first. I don't go to war on vibes. Let me give you the exact playbook my office uses when something goes viral. Think of this as your emergency kit. 1. Freeze the evidence. Don't rely on memory. Take screenshots that show the link, the time, the handle, and the numbers. Copy the post URL. If it's a video or a story, record your screen. Save everything. This is gold later. 2. Verify the truth fast. Bring me your invoices, your contracts, your lab results, your emails. If it's a bank issue, bring your statement of accounts. If it's a product claim, bring the test reports. We don't argue online. We gather proof offline. 3. Map the publishers. Who posted first? Who repeated as a fact, not an opinion? Who is a big amplifier, an influencer, an admin, a blog, we focus on the heavy hitters first. That gives you the biggest impact in the shortest time. 4. Send a clean cease and desist the same day. Not angry, not long, just clear. Here are the lines that are false. Here is why they are false. Here is the harm they are causing. Here is what we want. Removal, correction, and they promise not to repeat. Give a short deadline. 5. Use the platform's own tools properly. X, Instagram, Facebook, they all have defamation reporting channels. If you fill them with emotion, you slow yourself down. If you fill them with exact sentences, documents, and links, you speed things up. Always ask the platform to preserve the content for legal process. 6. Choose filing an action in court. Sometimes you need an urgent order. Maybe a contract is collapsing or investors are panicking. Or sometimes you just need a correction and a calm public statement. Courts can be slow. A clear off-ramp can be faster. We choose based on harm, not ego. The next point is we control the narrative. Issue one controlled statement from your official account or by video. Calm tone, simple facts, point to the proof, then stop. Direct all questions to a single email. Do not fight in the comments. Every argument adds fuel to the algorithm. Let's come back to you, the business owner or professional who also posts online. What if you are the one typing the hot take? Before you hit post, run your words through this short safety filter I usually give my clients. Ask yourself, am I stating a fact or an opinion? If it's a fact, can I prove it today with documents? If I can't, I either hold the post or I rewrite it as a clear opinion with clear basis. Next, am I naming a person or a company or pointing so clearly that everyone knows who I mean? If yes, raise your standard. Get a second set of eyes. Next, am I angry? If I'm angry, I draft, I save, and I sleep on it. Secondly, will a reasonable person read this as accusing someone of a crime, fraud, or professional incompetence? If yes, I let my lawyer review it. I don't post it. Let me show you how I've used this filter to help some of my clients save their money. A founder once brought me a caption ready to go. Beware of ABC Logistics. They steal packages. He was right that his customer's package went missing, but still is a crime word. The truth from the documents was ABC misrouted packages during a strike and lost items in transit. That is different. We changed his caption to, we experienced repeated loss of parcels with ABC in June. We have paused using them and moved on to XYZ. If you had a missing order with us, we are resolving it. Email us here. Same message to his customers. No public accusation of crime, no lawsuit. Another client wanted to do a tell-all thread about a former employee. I told him, focus on policies, not personalities. Share your new hiring checklist, your training updates, your complaints channel. Teach your audience. Leave people's names out of it. He did, and his post performed better than gossip would have done, and it reduced his legal risk to almost zero. Let's talk quickly about police invitations and cybercrime worries, because many people have asked me, Barrister, can a tweet get me arrested? I'll keep this simple. We can take an example of the guy, I think his name is Scott, who was arrested for defamation of P1 real estate company. I'll keep this simple. Nigeria has laws that punish online harassment and harmful falsehoods. Some parts of those laws were revised to be narrower, but practice can still be uneven. So if you get a police invitation, be polite, go with a lawyer, and bring your documents. If you are a victim, don't weaponize the police to punish honest opinions. Focus on the clear facts causing real harm. That's where you are strongest. Now back to the stories, because stories make the lesson stick. Remember my client who I called Chinedu, a fintech COO. Months later, the person who posted the thread apologized publicly. That happened because we moved fast. We stayed factual and we kept our tone professional. Investors respected that. The company also created a claims and proof folder, a one-page PDF with their licenses, compliance letters, and audit notes. Any staff can email it to a reporter or customer in 5 minutes. It's now part of their crisis kit. As for my client who I called Efe, the fashion founder, she changed her Instagram bio to include a short link, our supply chain standards. It has 3 pages, supply audits, worker safety, and fabric testing. She keeps it updated. When anyone tries to spread a rumor now, her community replies with that link before she even sees the post. The food processing client now requires the Facebook group admin to see testing evidence before approving any new expose. Why? Because the admin realized that once you are put on clear notice and you keep approving false facts, your risk goes up. Simple change, big protection. Let me answer a few quick questions I get all the time. If it's true, can I say anything? Truth is a strong defense. but context matters. A true fact represented in a way that suggests false crime could land you in trouble. Speak clearly, don't twist. Another question is, can I get a court to delete every post about me? Courts are careful with speech. You are most likely to get an order stopping specific false statements than a blanket "nobody can talk about me" order. That's why your evidence and your precision matters. Another question is, how fast should I act? Immediately. Platforms delete logs. Screens change. People repost. Even if you are not sure you will sue, preserve the evidence today. It takes minutes and saves months later. Another question is, can group admins or influencers be held liable if they are given a clear notice with evidence that a specific statement is false and they keep repeating it as a fact? Their risk increases. That is why a good notice letter is powerful. It's not just a threat, it's a tool that changes behavior. Another question is, what should I say publicly when I am attacked? One calm statement. Lead with facts, not feelings. Point to documents, not emotions. Invite questions to one email, then stop. Every extra comment becomes free fuel for the fire. Let me give you a simple structure for that public statement. Keep it short. First line, state the truth. For example, our company does not use child labor. Second line, point to proof. Here are our supplier audits and certifications. In your third line, your action. We have asked name of platform to remove the false posts, and we are available to answer questions via so-and-so email. Fourth line, which is your tone. We stay focused on serving our customers. That's it. No insults, no shouting. It works. I also give you a pre-post checklist you can teach your team today. It's 5 lines. Number 1, is it fact or opinion? Number 2, if it's fact, can we prove it with documents now? Number 3, are we naming or clearly pointing at someone? If yes, slow down and review. Number 4, are we angry? If yes, draft and wait. Number 5, could a reasonable person read this as accusing crime or fraud? If yes, get legal eyes or don't post. Tape that next to your social media decks. It will save you later. Before we close, I want to speak to business owners who are already in a mess right now. Maybe you are watching this because a post is going viral. Breathe. You are not powerless. Do these 3 things immediately while you call your lawyer. 1, capture everything. The post, the link, the time, the comments, the shares. 2, gather your proof. Receipts, reports, emails, photos, anything that shows the truth. 3, don't argue in the comments. Post one calm statement from your official account and move the conversation to email. The internet loves a fight. Don't give it one. Freedom of speech is like a highway. It lets ideas move fast. We all need it, but the same highway has rules, speed limits, lanes, and brakes. Defamation law is not a gag. It's the lane that keeps the drive safe. If you stay in your lane, facts you can prove, opinions stated as opinions, your tone under control, you can speak boldly and sleep well. Thanks for watching. Stay smart, speak wisely, and protect your opinion. Kindly subscribe to be part of this YouTube family.